Hey everybody, thank you so much for joining me today. So today's video, we're continuing with the kit for October from Scrapbooking with Me. I will have the .com address and all the links to the social media sites down in the more section. And I'm going to be using this sweet and sassy sketch. I like the way that this looked. It seems simple, but I figured it would make a really good square card. So today we're gonna adventure outside of the A2 size card, and we're gonna make a 5.5 by 5.5 square card. So I have all my pieces laid out. I cut some glitter paper to go with the collection. It's in like a coffee or kind of a coppery color. And then I'm just touching up my edges because at this point I still hadn't gotten my new blade yet for my cutter, and some of my edges I had to buff a little. So real quick, I'm gonna go ahead and put this down, and then I'm probably gonna have to change out my ATG tape. But what I'm doing is just adding some of the wet glue to give me a little bit of time to be able to move my matte page around some. So at the beginning, like I said, the card shape is 5.5 by 5.5. So 8.5, 11 by 11 card, you would just cut the 8.5 edge down to 5.5 and then fold it in the middle, and you'll get a perfectly square card. Okay, so we're just going to change out the ATG tape real quick. I go through this stuff a lot, let me tell you. So I use my pokey tool to kind of get under that little bit of green tape you see there, because if you don't pull it up right, you can wind up pulling up the double-sided tape from the wrong side. So I use that to help me kind of separate it and stuff like that. And this one, for some reason, was giving me a lot of trouble in going down. And then I was finally able to get it to click and get it around, up and around, and then attach it to the other side and put my top piece back on. All right, and we're going to put the top piece, and then we're good to go. All right, so we're going to go ahead and finish this one out. And for the sweet and sassy, like where they have that centered, instead of making it a perfect square, I did decide to use the die cuts for my image. And so that's what you see there with the coffee cup, and then it has the sentiment up above. Well, since the sentiment is a part of the die cut, like the cut apart, I'm not going to put text down where they say with the oval and the text. You'll see I'll wind up using a sticker for that. So this is my matte page. For the strip that comes down, I decided to make it 2 inches, and then the matte page is going to be 1/8 of an inch bigger than that. So if it's 2 inches, the matte is 2 1/8. Okay. And I'm just letting you guys know, I should this year, well, last year, if you go down into my playlist, I do have a 12 days of Christmas sketches that I did last year if you need something before we get into December. But in December, I will be doing a 25 days of Christmas sketch series, and I'm so excited. So every day there will be a new sketch. So definitely keep an eye out for that. And as I put this one down, I like these sketches because it's simple, but it lends to you being able to do different things. Like we could put foam underneath some of this and give it some height, added dimension, stuff like that. It's just really, there's no limit, you know what I mean? The strip that I put down, if I wanted to, I could have put foam tape on the back of that. You know, if I'm hand delivering it, why not? You know what I mean? If you want to add different layers and different depths. So like I would do foam tape on the strip, and then on the focal image piece, maybe I would double up the tape so that way it has a little bit more height. You know, there's a lot you can do with that. And since you're hand delivering it, you don't have to worry about postage. So why not? So on the side, instead of doing the rounded little strips that are on the right, the upper right hand side, I decided to use my flag, like my banner, my little banner punch. And I did it in 2 different colors. So I have the darker brown and then more like a golden brown color in the glitter paper. And we're going to put that over there. And then on top of where I have cut off the glitter paper at the bottom, I'm just going to put some things up here. I was looking at the pears. It didn't really quite work with this particular image. So I think I wind up using like the acorn, I think. I look at a couple of different things because I'm just not sure. So this one, okay, this one I think I leave the pumpkin because it says pumpkin spice and everything nice. So the pumpkin just, it made sense. So I put a small piece of foam on the back of that, and then I'm going to attach it to the bottom there where that edge is. And then I had another small punch that I punched out like a small flower. And so I'm just putting a little bit of foam tape on that. And then I'm going to put that up by the top. Kind of where they have the flower in the sketch, basically. Because I want it to, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Have a little bit of dimension, and it's going to look really cute. With the little flower there. And then after I tape these down, I do wind up bringing out my Nuvo drops to put some centers into the flowers. And I think that's it. I don't put any dots anywhere else, I don't believe. I just do the center. And I'm just figuring out where I want my other banner to go. Cut it down, trim it down, and then attach it with the glue because that'll attach to the glitter, the coarse, you know, paper, and keep it in place. Okay, so just right there, I mean, that's still a cute card. And if it's for somebody's birthday and you know they like pumpkin spice, then you could put in a gift card and have it go to, you know, Starbucks or something like that. Or if you just want to send the thinking of you, this one just says autumn, you know, you can make it a nice little thank you card on the inside. So the options are really open, you know what I mean? You're not limited to it always being about birthday or, you know, thank you and stuff like that. You can change it up. Oh, I came back. I was getting ready to stop it, but I came back because I wanted to show you what I did for the sides and the punches that I used. So there's the banner, there's the flower, and then I used my window punch to create the little ends on the upper right hand side of that card. Okay, and then there's the banners and the sketches covering it, but you guys saw it earlier when I was putting it together. So thank you guys again for joining me today. Oh, and I'm pointing out here the stickers that I use. The acorn is over on the other side and the pumpkin. And I let the sentiments be on top with the focal image. So here are our close-ups. As I said at the beginning, the links for scrapbookingwithme.com will be down below. We will also have the links to this Facebook group. There, I want to say, is it Instagram is on there? All the links are on there. You have no worries. If you want to find them anywhere in social media, it's going to be in the more section. And if you go over to scrapbookingwithme.com and purchase, make sure you put TT15 in the coupon code, because if there's anything that's not already marked down, you'll get an extra 15% off, which is a really great deal. So definitely go check that out, you guys. Thanks again, and I hope you have a great weekend.